This is AXT, Argo Exploration, and I might just put a little downtrending line there that it's been stuck in, and you can see we just had a recent bit of volume that's pushed through there, so that looks okay. I'll just mark off our high volume bar in that area, which we've got one way down here which we're way away from, but I might put a support line under that volume bar there. You can see that's where we've had our, even though it's gapped down a little bit below that, it's had a response to that volume bar from back there. It has gone up on volume. You can see it's been distributed, and our biggest distribution bar is that one there. So I'll put a line under there, and bang, that's acting now as resistance to the price moving up. So when we see volume, we're suspicious of the professional activity in the market and what they're up to. It could be that's being capped from all that supply from over here. So what I'd probably like to see happen is for that to break and then back test. It could be that they may gap it over this line to avoid buying at that resistance level. They might gap it and then distribute and then reaccumulate back on the back test. So before I'd be buying it, I want it to break there and then hold at the what's that, the 10.5 cents. This is IDL. Looks like we've had a bit of a run up, and on some reasonable sort of volume as well. Coming up the top here, we do have a couple of 2-bar reversals, so on volume. So we've got this high volume up bar and then the high volume down bar. Well, it's a bit lower volume, but still fairly high. But that looks like distribution in the top there, and then it's gone down, then come up again. And we know smart money like to sell on up bars and buy on down bars. So volume's picked up, it's gone up, but then it's come back down because there's been hidden selling in it. But just having a look at it, there's not that much selling in it, not compared to this buying and the volume and going up. So we might just see some bit of consolidation there. It's hit the median line, and it's been dancing around it. What else have I put there? It's come back down here. It's gone up, been distributed, come down. This long down bar here has been on less volume again, and the volume's picked up on this as it's hit the 38% fib. The next bar, it's again on volume, but it's closed very weak, so it hasn't gone higher. And then there's been little volume again. It's tried to go up on less volume, and it's not doing it. But I think they're not like ultra high volume at the top there. If they're this sort of volume here at the top, then I'd be a little bit more worried. So I think maybe if this the 23.6 fib can hold here, or even the 38.2, I think that would be healthy. You have made a lower high there and a lower low, so that's the only thing to watch out for. But I think we might get some sideways movement. It'd be good if the $1.48 there can hold, and it might oscillate around this median line or keep bouncing up around there. So yeah, so they might sell at the top and just reaccumulate lower down and just keep doing that until we get some reaccumulation. And you can see where they've done the accumulation in the past year, where we've got this volume coming in at the tops here, and then it's tried to go up in less volume, and it had a real high volume again at this top here. And so we've sort of gotten above that level now, so hopefully it can keep above. If it can keep above, that's that line I've marked there, is that actually this high volume bar there. So if it can keep above there, then that'd be good. This is GN9. It looks like I've drawn on it before, so might have been on the weekly, so I'll go to the weekly. Global Nickel Investments. Yep, I've written all over it, so I've done this, looks like pretty recently. Okay, here's our problem bar last week. It's all this. See this ultra high volume? When you see ultra high volume, you get very suspicious of the what the professional, the professional end of the market's involved in there, and we want to know whether they're buying or selling. Well, we know that obviously they're selling because price closed very low, it closed low in the bar, and then it's collapsed again further from there. So that's very high. So that's a lot of selling in that bar there. And you can see it's come from. They've done it before over here on this ultra high volume bar here. I've marked off, and then again here, which is I've just marked off the close of that ultra high volume distribution bar there, and that's where it's bounced off, and it's done it very aggressively. That's very aggressive selling, so that might take a while to recover from that. I would say, what's that, 2.6 cents it's at now. I'll go to the daily and I'll just have a look in. Oh yeah, look at that. I mean, it's even worse than in the past here. So that's been heavily sold. It's gone up on volume, but then the last few bars you can see it closing off their highs, and then it's just whack. And it's tried to then go back up, but on less volume. It's just not going to happen. And it's gone down. It's kept going down. It's trying to hold at the bottom here. But you know, I personally probably wouldn't be taking a position in that for a while yet, because this is going to be hard to overcome. You've got a lot of locked in buys in there for a start, so it's going to take some work to negotiate all that, because all those locked in buys, they'll just want to get out at price rallies. So you and that can take some time, and you need some professional support from the professional end of the market, and that's not really. You're not really getting a big response from these lows down here. So what else can I do there? I'll have a look. I think what you want to happen is for price to break up above there, and then retest on lower volume, and then step its way through. But you probably really be very wary of it probably till it did that and cleared the that bad volume there, and even that's a distribution area up there. So I mean, if it went past 5 cents and came back and retested, then that would probably be where I'd be looking again at it. But all that selling there, that's going to take a little while to recover. This is BSL, BlueScope Steel, and it's got lines all over it already because I charted it on a day or so ago. And we've got this longer term channel pitchfork that I've drawn just from these few pivots up here and extended down. I've put a couple of sliding parallels in to catch the slop, but you can see it's been in this downtrend for a while. Hang on, I'm just get a look at the big picture there. Yeah, so it's after this massive move down, it's been in this downtrend for a while, and at the time I was just what did I do here? What's this long trend line? It's just from that low there to this low over here, and the worry is it's come through. It's actually broken down below that. Looks like it's broken down and back tested, so that's not really a good sign. I was actually talking about this being a possible short trade. I said if in this black pitchfork here, it was resting right on the bottom tine there and on the support, and I said I think I was saying at the time, if they broke that black tine, then I'd be looking at going short, possibly to the lower edge of this pitchfork. But having a look at it, what you can see, there is some buying, even though it's come down in volume and it's continued to go down, the closures were starting to compress. And just having a look at that last two bars there, looks like a little 2-bar reversal and a bullish engulfing, bit of a bullish engulfing candle there. So it looks like there is a little bit of buying coming into that bottom there, but it might just end up being a bear flag. If I just connect these low pivots here, you can see, bang, it's just had a reaction to that. So I'll just take that off because it's a bit messy. So it might have a bit of a rally, maybe even to the median line again. So if I was looking at a short trade, I probably wouldn't take that now, having seen that. I've actually drawn these little reaction lines here, and what they are, they're just based on these two pivots here on the black pitchfork, and I've distanced them out from the handle to there, and then spaced them out evenly. And you can see that its price has been reacting to this line where they haven't, where it's ignored it and just broken through. It's always come back and back tested. And I could extend these out even more if I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to see you get a little reaction there. If it's acted as support resistance. So in this case, it's just broken through, and it hasn't come back and tried to back test that reaction line. So it may not get there. It may be too weak, but I think it might make an attempt, and then I probably would be looking at going short the next pivot. If it was a lower pivot, and I'd probably be taking a short position off that rather than right at the moment. This is YTC, YTC Resources. Looks like it's come up. Might throw the fibs on this one, and from that high there to the low there. We can see it's where it's resisted and broke through on the 38.2, and then it's broken back below the 38.2. So I'll put those in. I'll zoom in a bit closer. What can we do there? I might probably throw a pitchfork on it from there to there to the low there, and it's sort of staying symmetrical to that median line. So that's good. And we've got our volume bars down here. There's one more relevant to us here. Here's a bullish one where it's tried to break through, and it's right on the 38.2. So I'll move that down, and that corresponds with this bad volume bar here. So it's actually they've absorbed that volume to take it higher and then distribute, taking it down, taken back up to distribute, and then there's all this volume up the top, all this weak volume up the top here. That's where they've distributed again, and it's just collapsed, and the market was weak as well. We do see these closes are starting to compress a bit, coming down on volume. So it looks like it's trying to turn around there, but the worry is we've had this really big volume bar here and a really weak bar closing on its low, even though it is a little bit narrow. So I think it might be trying to hang on. And it's hanging on right on the bottom of this bar here, which was the previous high back here. So you want to see that hold. If that broke down, then I think you'd be looking at the 23.6 fib, but there does look like distribution up the top here. All this volume here, see, in the high, it's gone up. This one would have given you the warning, a compressed bar on really high volume. There's the intentions to distribute. Even though it's gone higher, it's closed off its high. The next bar, and the next bar has just been really weak, compressed, and closing low. So there's been distribution there. So so smart money like to sell on up bars and buy on down bars. So if that holds, then hopefully they're buying on that down bar there.